Today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Go over and get you a free audiobook 30-day free trial over at www.audibletrial.com/nerdcave. You can be picking up Timothy Zahn's new book, Thrawn. It's freaking awesome. Or you can get Ahsoka. You can get all these Star Wars books because everybody loves Star Wars. If you don't love Star Wars, what are you doing with your life? There's over 180,000 titles, though, to choose from. You can get it on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle. And if you have an MP3 player and what are you doing with your life, you can get that there as well. So go over to audibletrial.com/nerdcave and grab you one of those new books. Get smart. We read at the Nerd Cave. We read. Build it beautiful. See, I bought this thing. Okay.
Oh, it's like the things you can like hold.
Yeah, yeah. I bought this thing and I have a leather case. Okay, have a leather case. It pops off like. It popped off like twice. That's like the third time. You can take it off if you want. The third time it's popped off today. But it's been popping off like once a day. And I'm just thinking, I want this to work because I'm constantly needing it. Like to hold it to...
Yeah, it sticks better on my phone.
Yeah.
It's because of the leather.
I love my leather cases. So you have a Chick-Fil-A story.
Yes. It's been a while now, so I'm going to have to try to remember all the details.
Been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, so a while back, my friend and I were meeting up. We're like, let's get some Chick-Fil-A.
Yeah.
Because...
Was Shu there?
No, he wasn't.
Full of grace.
I'm glad he wasn't because he did not. I'm glad he didn't have to see what was witnessed.
Yeah.
So I'm.
He's a gentle creature.
Gentle creature. He must be protected. So I'm pulling up, like at the shopping complex we were going to, where the Chick-fil-A was. There was a clothing store. So I'm pulling up. I'm driving in front so I can go to the Chick-fil-A. So I'm driving, and all of a sudden this woman starts walking out in front. I'm like, oh, geez, this is a woman. So I stop, and she just like. She's walking very slowly. She slows down in front of me and just like stares at me, and I'm like, I wasn't like about to run you over.
Be like
okay,
that deserves a honk moment. I mean, like, get out of the way.
I was like, you know what, whatever. But
see, I don't know if you have road rage like me.
I can.
I have like road rage on the level of like, someone with a lot of road rage.
No, I can get mad, but I tend to just be like, whatever, you know, I'm focusing on what I gotta do, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but like, the thing, I noticed she was wearing like a very bright, tacky peacock shirt. So I texted my friend, I was stopped, by the way, don't text and drive. I was stopped waiting for her to pass, and I was like, dude, this weird lady just passed by me, and she's wearing like the tackiest peacock shirt ever. And she was like, okay. And so we get to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And then...
Full of grace.
It's full of grace. And so I park. And then I'm waiting for my friend. And then all of a sudden, I see another car parked near me. And then I see a bright, tacky peacock shirt walk out of the car and go inside.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm telling my friend, she comes in my car, I'm like, dude, that's the lady I was talking about. She's like, oh yeah, her shirt is like... really weird.
Tacky.
It's like, I can't describe. It's like that, like, really bright pattern peacock.
Like, it's like one of those,
shirts.
like, cheap shirts. Like, it's so bright, it's, like, trying to make up for, like, the cheapness of the shirt.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It was one of those, just, like, you saw it, and you're just, like...
like, why did you buy it? And two, why did you decide to wear it today?
Well, like it's one of the it looked more like a silkier kind of material, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get in there, and like, but the thing is, like, we saw her go in, and we saw some other people go in before her, and we walk in, and she's like really far up in line, and we're like, how did that happen? And we heard some people talking, and I didn't hear it, my friend did.
Yeah.
Apparently, she walked in and just immediately went to the front of the line. She didn't like go into the queue, as they say. But and there was this like, there was a bunch of like military, because like where we're close to the Navy base.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of military people, and this one like, you know, kind of more muscular defined girl is like, we were here first. You need to go to the back of the line. And the lady was like, and she was like, yeah, just go to the back of the line. I think I can't remember, one of the cashiers might have been like, you got these people were here before you, whatever.
Yeah.
So she goes to the back, whatever.
One, that's disrespectful, like, to anybody.
Oh, no, absolutely. Like, it was awful. And this is just the beginning.
And two, those are people serving our country, keeping our country safe.
Oh, no, absolutely, yeah.
And they wanted some Jesus chicken. Okay.
Just look at that Jesus chicken.
Yeah. Why are we doing this? Yeah.
I don't think there is a Chick-Fil-A on the base.
I don't know.
Whatever. They wanted that Jesus chicken. They were gonna get it. So she goes to the, like, not behind us, but, like, she went to the back of the line and then we got in. So, like, she's standing there, whatever. And so eventually she goes to get her order. And you know how at Chick-fil-A, because they're trying to be on the up and up, like, they give you the thing.
Yeah.
So, like, this is before they even started doing up and up. They give you a thing so they can bring out your food.
Yeah.
Especially during, busy times. So you can go sit down. So the cashier, who is an African American, which is important to the story.
Okay.
It's not explicit, but just based on this lady, you can tell that she is not exactly. She's probably pretty racist.
She's not of modern times.
Yeah. So the cashier, she said, she gives her the thing, and the lady starts walking away, and she's like, oh, like, it's like just very calm, like, oh, ma'am, you need to, like, you forgot this, you need to take this. And she was like, I don't have to take that anywhere. And the cashier was just like, I'm not going to take that anywhere. It's disgusting. I'm not going to touch that. It's gross. I'm not going to touch that. And she's like, what? And she's like, you're trying to force me to take this. I'm not going to take this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do anything you tell me to do. Just walks off, and we're like my friend are looking at each other like, did that just happen? I'm like, okay.
That's when you don't give her food.
Well, there's, again, it's only the beginning.
Only the beginning.
We found out so much in this story.
Only the beginning, guys.
So she does that, and then, so my friend and I, we get our food, and we're just like, what is that? And then, but the thing is that the cashier who's sitting there, she's like, she does this all the time. And we're like, she's been here, but like, what? And so my friend and I, we sit down at one of those, like, higher tables. The lady's sitting in a booth, like, right next to us. So we're like, this is awkward. So we're sitting there, and she gets on the phone with someone, and blah, 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 blah. And then there's a white worker who comes out, and she's, like, cleaning the tables, she's trying to do her job. Yeah. And she comes out, and she's like, excuse me, miss. And the lady's like, oh, yes, can I help you? And she's like, I want to report one of your workers. She was being so unkind to me. She was trying to force me to do things, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do what you tell me to. And the lady was like, we just do that because it makes it easier. And she's like, yeah, I get that, but like, I'm not going to. But you should talk to her. She's being completely unprofessional. Just all this stuff. And we're like my friend are saying this, like, the whole time, like, we're just trying to, like, not look at this, like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
This horrible human being, apparently.
No, like, that's all we could describe her as. We were like, she was so horrible.
Would you say that she was being garbage?
She was being worse than garbage.
Was she in the cesspool?
She was in the cesspool. She probably created the cesspool.
She probably did.
And she was like, I should be valued here. And she's like, I'm a very rich woman. I don't have to be here. Like, that is a word for word quote. I'm a very wealthy woman. I don't have to be here. And the lady, like, the poor worker, she was just like, yes, ma'am, I understand. You can tell, like, she's just trying to get back to work. And she's like, yes, ma'am, like, I understand. And she's like, maybe I'll just go through the drive-thru. And she's like, yeah, that way, you don't have to worry about any stuff like that or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I might just do that next time. And also, she was feeling like, whenever she was eating her food, it was really weird, but that's whatever. So eventually, like, I think she said some other, like, terrible stuff, like, more specific terrible stuff, but I just can't remember now because it's been a few months.
Yeah.
And then eventually, the lady leaves, and the worker who came back, because, anytime she was talking to a Caucasian person, she was more friendly. The one time she just lost it was whenever the cashier was African American. We're like, that can't be a coincidence. Like, nah. Especially given everything else she was saying. And so she, like, the lady who was cleaning the tables, she came back out, and we're just like, what was it with that lady? And she was like, oh my god, I know, right? And so she was telling, like, we were talking about it, and she's like, yeah, and the thing is that, like, she's like, she doesn't really come in very often. A lot of the time, she just goes to the drive-thru, and she says it all the time. She's like, I'm a very wealthy woman. I don't have to be here. We're like, what is the story behind this horrible person? Like, she constantly goes to this Chick-fil-A. Clearly, like, she's, like, they were saying, like, she's a regular there. Like, not a rare occurrence for her wealthy presence to be there.
No.
Like, like she said, she is a regular. Like, she goes there all the time. She's like, I'm so wealthy, I don't have to be here. And it's like, no, you don't, but you're gonna come back. Yeah, exactly.
There's a Ruby Tees right across the road. There's a Ruby Tees.
Like, it was, oh my gosh. It was so funny, uncomfortable, and awful at the same time. Like, I wish I could remember more, like, because there was some terrible stuff that she had said about, especially about, like, the cashier, and then, like, she was talking to someone behind the counter. Like, it was so weird.
Was it a mic? There's always a mic.
I might have been.
Like, whenever you go somewhere and you're, like, trying to get in.
Yeah, because she was being weird to the cashier, and then she started talking to this dude who was working in the back, and she was being really nice, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess she's just being weird. Maybe she's a germaphobe. I don't know. And then she just lost it again, and we were just like, what is with this lady? Like, she's like, she was trying to force me to take this, and she was like, she just said, hey ma'am, you forgot this. Like, that's all. But like, the cashier was just like, she was just so unfazed by it. She was just like, she does this all the time. Oh my gosh.
So the moral of the story is,
don't be cesspool or garbage.
Yeah.
And respect your Jesus chicken.
Yes. If you act like that, you don't deserve to go to Chick-Fil-A. In my book.
Like, it was so weird.
Like, you are a horrible person.
I'm gonna ask my friend if she remembers any of the other stuff she said, and if she does, I'll mention it next week.
So there you have it, guys.
Is there gonna be an episode next week?
I don't know.
You getting married?
I'm getting married. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Cray. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be gone.
I'm wrong.
Like, there's gonna be 2 weeks. Like, it's gonna be coming up to everybody else.
I'll be here, but
like, I want
if that computer's not working,
I'm gonna like let go of the ship. Y'all gonna have to guide it. Y'all gonna have to put it into port, take it back out, like in Black Flag.
I'm gonna let Robbie do that. He knows more of like the admin stuff than I do. Tell Robbie to do it.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, guys. But
this has been the least informative.
And we're informed, and we offered free stuff. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we offered free stuff, and then we gave them something that they desperately needed, and that was
stories about our lives.
Stories about our lives. And Jesus Christ, it peeled off again.
Gotta get a new phone case, my dude.
I don't want a new phone case. I love my leather Apple case. Mm-hmm. We gave them the ranking of fast food. A
debatable ranking, but sure.
It's my ranking.
It's your ranking.
It's my ranking. I need to make a graphic. Someone make a graphic of my ranking of fast food. And we need to see a Todd Howard and a Shuhei Yoshida on there. Like, you can't leave that. Like, you just can't be like, oh, here's these tiers or whatever. It has to have those on there. Mm-hmm. And it has to be built up on a mountain. There has to be a cesspool. Put some work into it, okay? It'll be awesome. And we'll recognize you. Just like our Patreon supporters. They went over to patreon.com/nerdcave.
What?
Tossed us a few dollars.
What?
Just like Caleb Palmer and Nick Caputo. Thank y'all. Out. Caleb is actually our Patreon producer.
What?
He produced this episode. So everything that you heard today is all because of Caleb Palmer.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yep.
Thank you for providing people with stories of fast food.
Like, he wrote it and he was like, I'm writing and producing this episode.
Yeah, it's true. I think I let people peek behind the curtains sometime last week during E3, but all of Nerd Cave episodes are scripted.
Yep, they are. Like, we're so good at actors.
Yeah, the whole thing about me, like, oh, my friend, it was just a story.
It
never happened.
Yeah, none of this is all fake. There's a green screen right here. This isn't a city. Yeah, I know. Crazy, isn't it? But you can go over to Nerd Cave on YouTube, and you can get everything for free. Mm-hmm. But you got to wait for it. Gotta wait for it.
Still wait. In this day and age, it's all about instant. You know, digital downloads, instant. Fast food, instant.
Mm-hmm. If you want that instant gratification on Mondays, patreon.com/nerdcave, you can get the podcast early. Early.
Oh my God.
Before everybody else. Everybody else. Or you can wait. You don't have to toss us those dollars, but you're going to get it late. You can get it broken up topic by topic. Friday, we put the whole thing up for your gratification, but it's going to be late. It's going to be like soggy fries. Mm-hmm. News going to be a little old at that time.
It's gonna be one of those. It's like you got McDonald's fries and then you started eating your burger and then you forgot about the fries and they're cold by that point.
I just remembered Zaxby's is a fast food chain.
I forgot about Zaxby's. Zaxby's is good.
Zaxby's is right under Chick-Fil-A.
I respect that. Zaxby's is some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's not Jesus chicken, but it's good chicken.
It's good. Like the fries are really good. The only fries that you can reheat are Chick-fil-A fries, though.
I've never actually reheated their fries.
They're the only ones that you can reheat, and they're not
waffle fries.
I know. So, the Nerd Cave is like Chick-fil-A. We're gonna put a smile on your face, and you can get it early. But you got to pay for it, or you can wait and reheat those fries, and they're still good.
Mm-hmm. And they're waffle fries.
Yeah, you can go over to YouTube right where you're watching it right now and enjoy that.
Whatever. Yeah, they'd have to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm tired. Not thinking
it's okay.
straight.
And we post a lot of cool stuff on Instagram. I'm killing it on the Instagram game. Mm-hmm. Not bragging on myself or anything, but I am.
I totally knew that we had Instagram.
Yeah, we do. Nerd Cave Vids. There it is. So, on behalf of everybody that loves Chick-fil-A,
and all other fast food restaurants.
Yes, and all other fast food restaurants.
Except Subway. Come on, guys.
And the Nerd Cave. This has been Zach.
And Allie.
Have a week. If you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want gaming content, you can go over to Nerd Cave Gaming right there. If you want to support us, you can check out Patreon right there. If you want more videos, check them out right here. Go ahead, pick one of them. I wonder which one you're going to do. If you're going to be cool, you'd pick any of them. All 4 of them. You'd be awesome.